Excellent.
Well, hello. Welcome to Drawing with Fire. I'm Valarie, neighborhood pyrography artist. I'm joined with hubby.
Okay.
And today we're doing something a little different. And I want to remember, if you are new, please don't forget to subscribe and hit like. And if you're an old toasty, thank you so much for coming back. So last week was a hell week, and I'm just going to say it like that. It was a very sad and hard week. Right after the last live we did, we found out that Xena had aggressive cancer and only had a couple of months to be with us, and then things got really, really bad, and we had to help her cross over last Monday. Well, in that process, we had decided that Xena needed a puppy. And so we'd already scheduled to go see puppies from the Humane Society, or the High Country Humane Society, and it was for that day, and we decided we would still go even though we were a mess. And then we met our puppy, and she came home with us, and we've been working with her for a week. And then we got another puppy I got her on Friday, she came home on Saturday. So we've been dealing with puppies and whatnot. So we did not work at all on our piece with the gauntlets.
No.
But I have to get ready for competition with my art being dropped off this Saturday. An owl here, I had put it in weeks ago and it wasn't finished. So what you're seeing on the screen right now is the last point I was at when I put it away about a year ago and said, I'll take a look at it later. I did not seal it. Well, I came back to it and said, yeah, it's not done yet. And the reason it's not done yet is there's not enough contrast in it. So I've been working on it, and right now here I've got it covered. So this is where it's at now. And right now the color's off because of the camera. The other was a photo. So I've darkened the background and smoothed it out even more, and I've been darkening the owl, and that's what we're working on. I'm not sure why the color is so off. Let's quick. Sonia, Sheila, Troy, Andrea, Burl, Spence, Kathy, hello.
Hey, Troy.
Welcome.
Hey, everybody.
Hi, everybody. I don't know why my color is so off on the camera.
I don't know.
It is off. Let me very quickly. So I've been running behind on everything.
Yeah.
Everything. World Pyrography Month.
So we were gonna get like Val said, we were gonna get the puppy. And the puppy had a brother, and we were talking about maybe we should do both of them so that they don't split up, and then also that they'll be two puppies, to play with, either for them to play with each other.
We were also worried about Layla.
Yeah, we're worried about Layla.
There we go.
But her brother ended up getting adopted out. So after Roxy, the puppy, came home, she was kind of attached to me, and I already talked about getting another puppy anyway.
Yeah.
So that Val could have a puppy.
So I could have a puppy.
And so, yep, that's what happened. And now that
I got two puppies. Hey, Wanda, even younger.
Well, they're both very, very crazy, but right now one of them's in a kennel in our house.
He's crated.
Because if not, it's nonstop wrestling and barking and mayhem.
Maybe we'll bring them in at the end.
In fact, it's a little quiet, so from time to time I'm going to have to get up and check to make sure that the puppy that's out is not eating, stuff she shouldn't eat. So.
Because she does that. She ate the linoleum floor.
And it has been very busy with those puppies, for sure. Yep. And I get to enter some art too, so
you do.
I'm super excited.
Alrighty, so what I'm doing is I'm finding where things need to go darker, because now that I've got the background smoothed out, I can really see where I need more contrast. So I'm at 3 with the extra small spear shader, and what I'm doing is I'm tapping in where I know I need some more darks. And the picture really shows the difference of how much darks I was needing to make this feel done, because that's the thing, it wasn't feeling done. And I tend to put pieces aside unless it's something that I need to get done very quickly and off. But this one was just, it wasn't. It was a piece that we were doing to practice burning feathers and whatnot. And so I just put this aside, but then I decided, hey, I could enter it in the competition. Only to think, I just got to do a little bit of work and get it sealed. Except then I looked at it again and said, yeah, it's not done. So that's the thing I wanted to talk about today. How do we know when our pieces are done? The best way is to put this aside. Now, this was your piece aside, and come back to it like I did. You don't have to wait a year.
Oh, shoot.
What's wrong?
Moritz is here, too.
Hey, Moritz. You don't have to wait a year, but I would say at least give it a week, and you're not looking at it at all. You've moved on. You're not thinking about it. You're not focused on it. Because then when you come back to it, especially when you haven't been looking at it, when you come back to it, you will see everything that you would want to change or fix. And if you can leave it longer, your technique will have changed a bit, and you'll look at it and go, oh, I can do that better, and go in and fix what needs to be fixed.
Yep, that's very true.
So if you can wait and not varnish, do not varnish, don't add paint, don't add any color to it, because then once you do that, you're done. So don't add anything to it. Just wait. Just sit on it.
Yep.
The longer the better, but not too long, because then you'll forget what you were doing with it. So you got to find that balance that's right for you.
And I am guilty of that. I'm guilty because a lot of times I'll be done with a piece and I'll just want to be done with it, and I'll varnish it and I'll look at it like a year later and I'll be like, ugh, now I have to redo it.
Yep. So if you can hold off, you won't have to do that. You won't have to do another one, because you're looking at it going, I'm not happy with it. I've grown as an artist. I can do better. I mean, granted, you can always do a new one if you want to, but
This says if I sit on it, I'll break it.
well, make sure the seat's not taken. You won't be using it. So all I'm doing is trying to darken up some of these, and I'm going to have to go down to the body and do the same. I'm going to actually turn down, because remember, this pen holds the heat differently, so I can use it at a lower temperature and it'll burn hotter. But I need to get in here and get some overlapping.
Well, Moritz is asking, what do you recommend for beginning? He wants to start next month and he's not sure with what.
I would say a flower or a leaf. We've got that one. We've got the whole playlist of doing the flower, and you can join the group and get my pattern, because that one I did give to the group. And you can just burn along with Jason and I, because he's learning how to burn with that too. Do you want to? We haven't finished it because, again, life has been crazy. The flower's over there. If you want me to show what's your flower.
Where is it?
It's somewhere over there. It's somewhere in the pile. There's so many piles of...
There you go.
Hold on, I gotta get this in here. There we go. So this is the flower. His is different because he's different.
Hey!
In a good way! In a good way.
I don't like the way you said that.
So, I would do the flower. That's here you go.
Yep.
That's what I would do. I would do the flower. Alright. So we got some under here. And I'm just moving very quickly because I don't want it too dark. But we need to have some of this. So I'm just moving very quickly. And you can, there's 4 other videos of all the other stuff I've done to this. And down in the description I've linked the playlist so it's easy to find. This is just me getting it ready for competition. And there will come a point where I look at it and I'll say, there's not much more I can do without screwing it up.
Yeah.
And that's when I tell myself, okay, we're done. You did what you did. And maybe you can do it better next time.
Right.
There's a problem.
Is the puppies?
Yes, that is the puppies.
It's fun. Troy says, "Hey, say you do a tiger more." It's because remember when he was here?
Yep, he did the tiger.
He did the tiger.
Alright. I'm trying to get the feeling of fullness. Alright, so now I know I need to darken the actual dark part here. So I am going to, what am I going to do? So just so you can see it, because I don't have the reference up. I need to darken a lot more of this so that we can feel the wings. Like this is a full wing right here. The other wing's back here, but this is a wing, so there is a separation. And right now, it's not really standing out to me. So I need to do that. I'm going to actually keep the pen I've got. I'm going to bump it up to 4 because I'm going to be moving really quickly to not get any blobs. Sharks are mine.
It's not taken by me. Do what you want.
A tiger shark?
There's in chat. There's an in joke there with Victor and sharks. So
okay. All right.
If you call him Sharky, he will respond to it. Probably.
Gotcha. Gotta remember that. So I'm actually just going to very quickly drag. And what I'm doing is I'm alternating between the tip and more of the base of the pen. Because we need some darks, but I need to keep some whites in there, or lights. I say that because we have lights in here, because the light's not hitting right here. We can see everything's darker here. So I don't want any bright white. Even the spots that follow the wing aren't bright white in this area. So we're gonna darken it up, going with the direction. Let's see here. And of course when you come back to something and then you're like, ugh, you see everything wrong with it.
I know.
Everything wrong with it. You're like,
I know.
and that's been another thing of me trying to like fix things where I can. Granted, a lot of times doing the live, I screw up and I have to go back and fix it because I'm working different parts of my brain, and then I go back and go, oh,
You didn't screw up.
there's some things that are standing out.
Bob Ross says no.
I'm off on some stuff that I...
Hey Dave's Creations.
Hey,
It's
Dave.
been a while.
Alright.
Yeah, we almost didn't.
I almost didn't live stream because I wanted to focus on this, but then I missed you guys.
Yeah.
So,
You do have to get that done.
yep, it's got to be sealed, I'd say, by tomorrow. And I still have to work on the skull and flowers, too, because dumb me, and I'm going to say it, overly ambitious me,
That's true.
put that one in, too. And that one's not done.
It's not? I thought it was.
No, not enough contrast.
Okay.
The contrast makes all the difference.
Well, I agree.
I mean,
I
yeah,
thought it was finished.
If people don't know wood burning, they may think it's just fine. But between me demoing there and being the competitive butthead that I am...
Yep, also true. I mean, what?
He just called me a butthead.
Oh, no, you called yourself that.
You heard him. You heard him.
Simply agreed.
That I'm a butthead. Mr. 2-month-old puppy. Get a 2-month-old puppy.
Because then they're mostly a blank slate.
Not this one.
Except for this one, this one's like Val.
Hey.
What? It's true. Change my mind. Say it's not so. It's willful, stubborn, independent, overconfident.
Oh! What do you mean overconfident? Are you saying I'm overconfident?
I mean, super confident.
I'm not overconfident.
Super
I
confident.
tend to be the opposite.
No, well, that is true. But super confident. And I was trying to give you a compliment.
You're failing
I
miserably.
guess I am.
Alright, do we see how it's darkening up?
Puppy is quite a lot.
Yes, she is. He is very much Scrappy Doo right now.
Yeah, she is.
And that was Roxy.
Yeah.
And here's the thing. They are so much like two of our other puppies that have gone. Amber and Moon. It's almost like they came back to us, and they are almost exactly the same.
Your puppy is a lot like Amber.
Yeah, she is.
Troy will know what that means. Victor, he will know what that means.
Yeah.
She's
Moon too. She'll know
bossy.
both. He knows both.
Yeah.
He'll know exactly what that means.
I would say that Roxy is a lot more confident than Moon was, because Moon was she was very, very subdued as a dog. But loud.
As an older dog.
But loud.
Alright. Let's get some more of those darks in.
Yes, she is awesome, Wanda. I should have just led with that and ended with it.
Yeah, Roxy is awesome.
I'm talking about you.
Oh. Sorry.
You're
I'm
focused,
trying to move very quickly. Let's see here. So let's put up the before and where we're at now, so I can also see, because that's the thing. I need to be able. And normally I take a photo, and I probably will still take a photo. But let's see how much more I need to do. Let's see here. So this is. I can move it. The coloring's going to be off because it's two different lightings. So just remember that.
Well, for one, that one piece is so much smaller.
Are we seeing the contrast yet? I see it more in the face. The background, I'm happy with the background. I'm leaving the background. I'm not focusing on that anymore. Thank you so much, Dave.
Okay. Karen said when Moon wants to bark, nothing would stop her.
This is true. This is true. See, by putting this photo above where I'm working, I still need more darks.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I see it.
You see it?
Yeah, I do.
Alrighty. Well,
so be it.
Let's get to it.
Do it.
I don't think I put my reference. Let me very quickly pop the reference up. Now this was a piece that we did as a group, so if you're in the Drawing with Facebook group,
Drawing with Fire.
Drawing with Fire. What did I say?
Drawing with Facebook.
Yeah, well that too. If we're just gonna Q-Fire, I didn't save it. Alright, never mind.
Wanda says, when I take photos, all the mistakes show.
Yep.
They were always there. You can just see them objectively.
Yeah, your brain sees it differently.
And we all deal with that same thing. So you're not alone there, Wanda.
Nope. In fact, that's a good thing.
Yeah.
Because then it allows you to zoom in and zoom out, see it big and small. It's kind of the same as if you're squinting your eyes.
Because if you do art and you don't see the mistakes, you just think you're awesome 24/7, you're not progressing. And your art probably
you're not growing.
isn't that good.
Alright, so, oops. Well, that's going to be there now.
So, if you're critical of your art and you see mistakes and problems, then you're doing good.
It also, but as long as you don't take it personally, meaning you don't start internalizing, I'm a crap artist because I screwed, you can't do that either.
No. Because then you end up like Van Gogh, and that's no good.
Losing an ear?
Yeah. You're down an ear, and you're living in Holland.
I don't know. They've got health care. Might not be a bad thing. Alright. So here we need some darks. I'm just tapping because they're very small. The barbs kind of come together and actually going a little too dark. But we'll live. Oh, my glasses keep hitting.
So have you set up a title for this yet?
I do not know what I listed on the paperwork. Oh, it's over there. My paperwork's over there on the printer. So you'll have to see what I tell you about it.
Well, if you, I have a name for it.
What?
Al Bundy.
No.
Catchy, right?
No. You're not allowed to name my art. I name your art, but you're not allowed to name my art. Because I did a good job naming. See, what does throw us off is we've got these light patches that are actually...
Which part did you not understand, Wanda? My attention span. The puppies. I blame the puppies.
Oh, that he's tired?
Yes.
Yes.
But she said she didn't understand, and I don't know what she's referring to, because I don't remember what I said 30 seconds ago.
I hate when that happens. Alright, darken up, darken up. Let's see here, how we going? Never understood that. Yeah, I don't know what you said.
Yep. So we're on the same sheet.
We're on the same sheet.
Yep.
Don't know what you said. Oh, you were talking about an artist who can look at their work critically.
Mm-hmm.
And then I said without taking it personally.
Well, the artist's painting is only one side of its face.
Yeah, that's alright.
Yep. Okay. Me neither, Wanda.
No. He also, in fairness, it wasn't about a girl. He didn't remove his ear because of a girl. He actually was in a mental institution quite a bit, and that's why he got so much painting done, because that's the main thing he did. And his brother was his patronage, sending him paints. But unfortunately, he ate his paints, and back then those paints were toxic.
Well,
and so it screwed with his brain.
Like, he
literally ate his paint.
Oh, well, that's not good.
Literally.
Because I knew that he put paintbrushes in his mouth and stuff.
No,
like
he
that.
literally ate paint, and that paint was toxic. And so he was actually causing mental issues for himself.
Right, and that's why he cut off his ear. It was the romanticized version of that. He did it for a girl.
Yeah, he didn't do it.
But if you think about it,
I mean, there was a girl around. There was actually a lady of the night or a lady that he was attached to, that he loved, and he did not reciprocate after a while.
Yeah. Yeah.
So there was a lady involved, but he did not cut off his ear to send it to her. There was mental health issues going on.
Because even if you have mental health issues, like sending a woman an ear in a box is never a good idea. Like, hey, because at best she might mistake it for like a dried fruit. But it's probably not going to go down like that.
Alright, another thing to remember. When you're hanging your art, somebody is not looking at the reference. So I know some of my dots are off. If it works as a whole, I'm not going to stress about it.
Yeah. Well,
not going to stress about it. I mean, yes, if you put my photo side by side, you're going to see problems. I wasn't perfect with it. You're going to see problems. But you take that away. You know it's a barn owl. You know the barn owl has contrast. I still need to add more as I look. Face overall, I think I'm happy overall with the face. Overall. The tops can go a little darker. Up here. And I'm skipping around because I don't want solid lines.
You look like you're skipping around. You look like you're just sitting there burning.
Skip, skip, skip. I'm just darkening it a little bit. Go. And by looking at the camera and looking at the view you guys are looking at, I can see more because the light's hitting it differently. My brain sees it differently.
And that's objectivity. Oh, I think, Spence, like, as long as you're getting close to your patterns, like, the landmarks, the important features need to be, like, spot on. But like Val said, like, like patterns in fur, feathers, and things like that, you can... Except
for the main stuff. You know, I got the eyeballs in here.
Well, that's what I meant.
Yeah.
But you can have some variation, because even this owl or an animal or whatever, they're going to move around, and that pattern is going to shift subtly. So that's okay, as long as you have the main masses where they're supposed to be, like, you know, the wing is in the correct place, and so on and so forth.
Yeah, for animals, you have more leeway. As long as you got the contrast right, and you have your shapes right, you're good. People are different. Though if you change something like that, then you're changing the person.
Yeah, because our brains are wired to see people's facial features. So if there's anything off, your brain will catch it, like, immediately and be like, that's not right. So you have to be, like, spot on when it comes to people. At least with the face. Like, you can get away with a little bit of variation with
the hair, and
but not with the facial features.
That's why animals tend to be, I think, where a lot of people start off, because you can build confidence in burning an animal.
Dave's Creation says, try being dyslexic and being an artist. It makes for interesting things. Actually, Dave, I kind of have that problem. I'm not full-on dyslexic, so but I have a touch of it, and it does make things interesting. So, sometimes I get things mixed up.
Alright, let's see here. How much further do we got to go? That side of the wing is still not dark enough.
Some people say that I'm not dyslexic, I'm just left-handed, though. So.
I think sometimes... I don't know that you have a form of dyslexia, but I do think your brain works too fast at times, and you don't keep up with it.
That's true. My cousin, he has full-on dyslexia. It caused a lot of problems for him in high school. I have always had problems. I transpose numbers and things like that, and so if I'm doing math, then I have to go back several times and ensure that I haven't transposed numbers and mix things around. I can't tell you how often that I've gotten a paperback in school, and you know, like a math test or something, and it's just stuff that should have been easy was just like, oh, I mixed these two numbers, or I subtracted when I should have added, and it was clear to me. It didn't at the time. I didn't see it.
Just trying to get these darts.
And Troy says hubcap is touched. His words, not mine. Troy, shut up. Miss you, buddy.
For anybody just joining us, Troy in chat is Jason's longtime Army brother.
Yep.
So they're just being themselves with each other.
Yeah, we've been.
Don't take it personal.
We've been, we've been
brothers for over 30 years.
Yeah.
Right now I'm doing flat drags. I'm just trying to do some overall shading, just to darken up. It's getting there. And I don't have the reference up for...
It's quiet.
What's quiet? Oh!
It's too quiet.
It scared me. It's like, what's quiet? Chat's quiet? Yeah, let's see here. I will quickly show you how I smoothed out this dark background, because it was a mess. And I'll do that with Skull and Roses. And for the competition, I just named that one Still Life.
No, they're just sitting there.
But you kenneled.
Yes.
Okay.
The Roxy's out.
Okay.
I just want to make sure that she wasn't eating
The floor again?
the floor or the television or, you know, something.
She tends to lay down when you're not in the room.
Of course, if I really wanted to keep her from doing that, I'd just leave my shoes in there.
Yes, she's found out the joys of dad's shoes.
Burl says, Troy, are you munching ranch Doritos? There's a good percentage of a chance that he is.
Let's see here. Now, as a whole piece, overall, not looking at the photo, does that look dark enough? Now, the wood is going to deepen when I seal it. I'm going to do a UV spray first so that it kind of keeps that from happening as much. But let's see here. I'm checking. I still feel like this area needs to go darker. Let's switch pens. So this pen, the large spoon, is what I use to even out. See, now you can see it with the before and after, the background. You can see the difference. Now,
Burl says she thinks it needs to go darker.
Needs to go darker.
Yep. Troy was eating Doritos 10 minutes ago.
Alright.
I did not know Einstein was dyslexic, Dave.
I'm just going to very quickly follow my direction.
Yeah, she's fine.
Yeah. You can bring her in here.
Yeah?
Yeah, go ahead. I have not doggy-proofed my studio yet for them to come in.
Well, we definitely could not have Morgan in here.
No, Morgan would.
Morgan would.
Alright.
Show out something.
Yes, she would. Remember the lights, and Burl's right, even though I'm being a little frustrated, Burl's right, because the lights, when you seal, the wood darkens, and in that process, the wood can darken to what your lights are, and so it'll feel like they disappeared. Come here, Roxy. Hey, girl. Hey, girl.
She's concerned.
Why would she be concerned?
Well, she's never been in here.
Yes, there.
It's scary.
Come here, Roxy.
Roxy, come on. Come on, baby. Okay.
Now, she is 5 months old. When she was found, her and her brother had extreme mange and had completely gone bald for the most part. Alright.
Okay.
Burl, direct me. Where do you feel it needs to go darker?
She's in here now.
Hi, baby. Hey, baby. Just trying to quickly darken because I do want to pull out. And so I will get to a point where I say enough is enough.
Roxy.
Because it'll get to a point where the wood is just not going to want to take the burn anymore. It's not that it doesn't want to take the burn. It just starts interacting differently with the heat.
I don't know if I'm going to get her to
That's fine.
pick out.
You can send Troy some photos.
Yeah.
And maybe this next spring he can come to visit. Alright. So in the past I did use a knife to kind of rough up the wood.
Did you, Shirley had a request?
No, I didn't.
Would you hold up your large spoon shader and give it a slow turn to show top, bottom, and profile?
Dum, 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 dum. Sorry. Sorry, Shirley.
That was weird.
I'm tired. Here we go.
Come here, you. Come here.
It was doing the slow turn. At least I didn't have any tassels on it.
Why you went there? Not just
That's what
not just a fashion show. Oh, I get that.
That's what
No,
that was.
I got that. Everybody got that.
But we'll see. We'll see. Top part of the face. Up here.
What just happened?
This is a pain in the ass piece of wood. Oh, I cussed.
Ayla's excited. Hey, I'm in here.
He said the top part of the heart face.
Oh my goodness. Here. There we go.
He gives good kisses.
What's Mom doing? Okay, I'll put you down. She's like, this is okay, but I kind of don't like it. Yeah, good girl.
2 weeks she'll be jumping on the bed.
Oh my God.
Alright, so Burl said the top of the heart.
Shirley says thanks for the stripper sound effects. Kathy says I want some, whatever it is. Oh, that's because Beryl says, what's in Val's coffee this morning?
It's just coffee. It's just coffee. It
Cheryl
has.
Bell says beautiful.
Thank you.
I'm assuming she's talking about the art, not your performance there. Or maybe the puppy. Maybe the puppy.
He is beautiful.
Yeah. Yeah, she is. So these are both rescue dogs. All of our dogs have always been. But you know, as many dogs as I've had, I've never had a puppy. And so this is all new to me. Dave says it looks like the puppy we have. So
She's a hound mix, that's all we know.
but by the way, she's right behind you. So,
Okay. I don't need to move my chair.
she's looking at the ceiling fan. It's amazing her. She's like, wow, it's spinning.
Alright.
What is this place, Roxy?
Alright.
How many rooms does this house have?
That you can go into?
Yeah. I opened the door to my studio this morning and Morgan stomped right in there.
Yes, she is the embodiment of Scrappy Doo.
Yeah, she's all.
Even how she walks looks like Scrappy Doo.
How big is she? How heavy?
He was 12 pounds when he came home.
She's tiny.
Yep, that was off camera. Alrighty. Do we see any other places? I'm gonna grab some denatured alcohol. And
Really appreciate everybody hanging out with us today.
yes.
It's nice to be back.
Let me know if you're doing World Pyrography Month, because if nobody else is doing it, I may actually put it to the side this year.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I've just got so
Too busy?
much.
Yeah.
If even one person's doing it, then I will keep pushing.
Spence says looks awesome.
Alright, this is denatured alcohol. See, the wood is not going to go this dark. It allows me to see where the lights are. How much I'm going to lose, if anything.
Morgan's gonna be mad.
Oh yeah, he's going to have to go back in there for lunch.
Exactly.
So it's going to darken about that much. And I am going to add some white to the highest, brightest, but not everywhere. You know what? Looking at that on camera,
That looks better.
other than this area right here, I think I'm done.
Troy wants to see the reference photo.
That's the reference. I need to actually darken right here.
So that would be my technique. I would do my pyrography by taping the photo to a piece of wood.
You would not, because you're burning it
then-
now.
It would be finished.
I'm going to start where it's dark and pull into the area. This is also a round. The rounds burn slightly different because of how the grain patterns are. So you got to keep that in mind. See, right now it's not even really burning. And I'm on 3.
Well, that was quick. She just laid down.
Well, Layla's laying down.
Mm-hmm.
I'm actually going to switch pins.
And Layla is so over puppies. Oh my god. She buries herself in the blanket in the back couch. I'm pretty sure she has a bottle of wine in there with her. Some Valium.
Valium. I'm switching to the 18 small.
Burl says heart still in on the left side next to eye. I think she's talking about the shape of the head.
Yeah, he's talking here.
And Joe Bell says that's what I was going to say, just in that area in the back of the head.
I'm trying to go with the grain because it's being... But at the same time, go with the feathers.
Just curious, how much longer are we going today?
I don't know. I got a lot to get done.
Well, I know you do. It's 11:45 though.
I did want to hear them quickly on how to... Still not coming out dark enough. It's because how I'm holding my pen and how quick I'm moving.
Yeah.
That's why it's going so light.
We'll hold your pen different and move slower. See, it's easy. I'm an expert.
How many pieces have you finished?
Well, let's see. I've got
Finished.
Well, I got I wrote my name several years ago, and then I got the Santa ornament, so I did that.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's 2 finished pieces, and the flower, 3, and then I'm working.
Are you done with the flower?
Yeah, I'm done with it.
So we really need this.
Am I done with the flower? Ouch!
I guess asking. Because I'm not done with mine.
No, well, I am.
Alright, how's that showing up on camera? I can see it more in person.
I
Remember,
see,
some of this is going to wash out because of the light.
I see it now.
Yeah, but I don't know if they can... Yeah, some of this is going to wash out because of...
Wanda says, gotta run down the hill. And we'll watch YouTube later. Thank you for everything.
Don't trip.
I used to have this great sledding hill, and I would sled, and there was a jump at the bottom that I made, and I would sled down the hill, and then at the jump, it would launch me at like waist level.
Yeah.
So I'd yank the sled out from underneath me, and then try and run as fast as I could. And it was like, that was two of the times that I've run so fast. And the other time is like, if you're running away from a large helicopter and it's rotor wash, you can run really fast.
Because it helps you?
Yes, because it's wind at your back.
Alright, that's a little darker.
Rotor wash.
Now I crisscross so that nothing is even. Here's that. This comes down. Just trying to get the shape. And I cut the lights. I know we may be dark. I cut the lights so that you guys can see a little bit better.
Not that dark.
Let's see here. We need some darks in here. So I'm just using the edge. Moving quickly.
You should use the edge more often. Because then people would say that your artwork is edgy.
I use the edge all the time, actually.
Oh, and your artwork is edgy.
Let's put in some darks here. And like Jobel and Burl say what they see.
Okay.
Since they've been... See, if you're honest with somebody and just point out it when they ask. Never do it if somebody hasn't asked.
Yeah.
Because then that'll cause you problems. But if somebody asks you and you see it, it's actually nice if you can tell them.
So you can tell that kind of artist, though, because normally that somebody who's looking for compliments as opposed to criticism will say, what do you think of this piece? Everybody says it's amazing, but, what do you think? There might be subtler hints than that, but like...
Or they get pissed at you because they ask you what you think, and you tell them what they think, and they get mad.
That's the thing.
Which I had to kind of help you with that one.
Me? Well...
You didn't want to hear it, even though you asked me.
It wasn't that my work, I just wanted to be done.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to hear that it wasn't done. It made me upset.
Yes.
I couldn't handle the truth.
No, you couldn't.
But, that's us being together as artists, it's made me more patient as an artist. Both in my work and then just dealing with you.
Even though we have dogs in the bed, you still sleep with me, so remember that.
I know.
Darker feathers on the chin of the heart, left side.
Wait a minute, what does that mean? Troy says, oh yeah, I'm going to start using the edge. I only use the edge. All the time. You can't handle my work. It's too edgy.
Let's see. Left side chin. Are we talking here or where I was?
It always confuses me when people are like left side. Is it the left side as we're looking at it, or is it the always left side? Because it's two completely different things.
I assumed it was this side, but now that you said something.
She says, right, yep, you're right there. But you put your finger on both those points, so which one was it? Ah!
There's some light coming out here.
As we look at it, says Burl.
As we look at it here.
Okay. Left side.
It'll get to a point where I'm just like, you know what? I'm done. Ow. This one doesn't really make sense. So I'm going to darken it.
She says, yep, there. So you got it. Well, right.
These are side feathers. I mean, they're laying sideways, so it looks a little different.
Roxy passed out. Just let me know before you move the chair because her paws are literally under your back wheels.
Okay. Alright. Would I be happy with this in competition?
No. Are you ever happy?
Yes, sometimes.
Joe Bell says fire, sparkle, fire.
Just darkening this side a little bit more. Alright, so compared to where it was, we can see more of the different stuff. There we go. I am happier with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good.
I don't know how much white I will actually
I don't even need that much.
add.
Maybe a highlighted. I don't know.
This is just the charcoal white, but even when I go to wipe this, it will stay on the wood. That's why I'm using it. So we're just adding a tad. Don't want to overdo the white. Don't want too much.
Yes, we have a ceiling fan. That is what you're seeing.
Oh, is it?
Well, the black background is it's a little shiny because it's so dark.
Oh, and so
it's great. You can see the reflection. I noticed that early on, but I figured it wasn't an issue.
Oh no, it's not an issue.
Yes, and our puppy Roxy was staring at the ceiling fan a little bit ago because she'd never seen one. So
they were both
Sonia
strays.
Says looks a lot better.
Well, thank y'all. Sometimes you just have to put it away and give your brain a chance to reset.
I really do. I think it looks a lot better than when it started. Although I would have told you
it just wasn't. It wasn't finished.
There's more dimensionality to it. So
Yeah, we got some wisps right here. Let's go ahead. Now I'm gonna actually have to take some of that off because that's too bright. Go. So real quick, I don't have the reference out for the skull, but this is kind of how the background looks for the owl. You can see that.
yeah.
What I'm going to do is show you how I smoothed it out. Because this is already dark, I'm actually going to have to go up to about 6.5, and my pen is going to get warm in my hand. And when I say different, see how smooth the owl is compared to this? What was that?
Well, Joe Bell did emojis, and so Troy did his own version of emojis, which is fire, dynamite, fire extinguisher, tear.
He's blowing stuff up, and then... Alright, so... why is it autofocus on? Why aren't we focusing?
I don't know.
Sorry about that. Let me...
It just occurred to me that in technical matters, my answer is always, I don't know. Boy, it isn't focused though, is it? Huh.
I'm gonna fix it. I'm gonna fix it. Alright.
Roxy.
Fix. Just had to take it off. Alright. So we see how...
Oh, you're rolling.
No, I was just trying to
I know.
sit up on my...
It shifted.
Yeah. So this is the large spoon shader. I originally burned this with the 18 large. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to pick out the grain.
It's okay.
And I'm going to move quickly because it's going to be hot really hot when I first touch down. What I'm going to do is actually work in between the grain so that I can darken it. And this is exactly how I did the owl. There will be some smoke, but because it's going up towards the ceiling, I don't need a fan for me. If you are sensitive to smoke, then absolutely. Hopefully, you can start seeing it darken. Because you can't really control how the grain is going to react to heat. So we have to work with it.
Good girl, Roxy.
Good girl, baby. So in between the grain, we're just smoothing it out.
Yeah, she can smell the smoke.
Yeah. And because my tips are polished, I did this exact same thing with the owl. I did not want to have to stop and clean my pen due to carbon.
So, Troy and... Oh yeah, Troy says, I like that one, the skull. He says Moritz should love that one too.
This was last year's Halloween.
Yeah. Spence says, sorry, what pen is that?
This is the the 23 large spoon shooter.
It is thundering.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, was this Halloween last year? Because I thought Naja was Halloween. Or
No, Naja was before.
Oh, wow.
There's some areas that are going to look crispy, but when I go to varnish it, it should be okay. So I'm just going in between the grain.
Pearl says, I don't know why I've ever worried about smoke from my wood burning when we have been breathing smoke 24/7 for about 2 weeks now.
Yeah,
You got fires up there?
Yep.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, bro. Valarie, of course, is tuned in. I had usually not.
Well, I only found out about it yesterday. Day before from Burl. So my pen is getting hot. But if I keep a loose hand on it, and keep my cord underneath, I can burn like this for a while. I was doing about 45 minutes.
Nice.
So just trying to get, and I may have to go over it a couple of times. Slow down. And this is the same as how I would be doing a dark gradient, the dark end. But as I keep going, it will start smoothing out. And I also move in between the grain up and down because I used a larger tip.
Oh, our friend came to visit.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, we got thumbs down.
Yeah.
It happened just a moment ago.
So I wonder if they're even watching.
I don't know.
Do they even know what they're disliking?
Don't know.
Or do they even care?
I don't think they care. That's alright.
It's alright. They must suck at burning.
It helped.
Yeah, I said that out loud, didn't I? Oops! Inner monologue broken.
You're tired.
Well, if they don't suck at burning, they can prove it. Alright, so I have to blend these roses in. Again, I don't even have my reference photo out. I'm just, at this point, this one I can work, other than for the books, which I do need to darken the books. I just wanted to show you how I did the background for the owl. Because I really ate into the wood.
Burl says, we couldn't see the mountains in front of us and we didn't need a campfire to get the campfire smell. You know, that was like us. That was that way for us a couple months ago.
Yeah.
Sheila says the thumbs down has been there for about 10 minutes. Oh, I just didn't notice it.
Yeah. Some things just don't matter. So I'm just trying to go in between the grain. And it may take me a little while to blend it all together and get it even. Now I do it a little differently now, but back when I did this side was before I started doing the layers.
Yeah.
And so I ate into the wood more. The other side is where I started doing more layered burning. Now the 18 extra small will also work with this at a lower heat setting because it carries the heat different.
Thank you, Kathy. Yes, don't forget that thumbs up. But I think everybody pretty much is thumbs up.
Oh, thank y'all. I'm just trying to blend it all together. Just smooth it out. Without upping the heat any more than I'm already at. Now you can see how much I've burned at 6.5, and I'm not having an issue with carbon.
Yeah. What you doing, Roxy?
Polished tip makes things so much easier.
What you doing, baby?
See here, we need darker in here. So I'm just going to move over here so we can start seeing some difference. She's like, what is Mom doing? He's like, what is Mom doing?
Hey, don't chew in the chair.
Teething puppies. Bored puppies. Morgan's an ankle shark. Did you already tell him that?
What do you have in your mouth? What is this?
Alright, so see, just darkening it up is already starting to make a difference and smoothing out the darks. I would have gotten some smoothness just with the varnish, but I know I can make it look better. And that's the thing. If you think you're done and you put it away and you come back and you have the thought of, I can make this look better, then you're not done. And you should go for it.
Which is why when you get done with the painting session, even if you think you're done, just
put it away.
Put it away for a little bit.
Some people will tell you to put it where you can see it. I don't agree or disagree with that, but it does need to be someplace where you're not staring at it. Staring at it is what's going to keep you from seeing.
My technique is that when I do have a piece like that I will hang it upside down.
Yeah, you can do that.
And then, but still not in a place where I look at it all the time.
Your brain has to reset because you've already been working with the piece for so long that your brain has decided this is how it should look, because you've been staring at the reference photo and you've been, working on your piece. So your brain has already made some biased conclusions and sees it one way. So if you put it to the side and just not look at it, and however long you can, the longer the better, without, like I said, without going too long, because then if you forget how you did it, that could be a problem as well.
Yeah. Troy says it's never done.
No, sometimes it is just done.
There's
a quote that no piece of art is done, it's just abandoned.
I think it was Vinci, but I don't know if that's right.
And I don't know that I fully agree with that either.
Kathy says she's got to go.
Bye, Kathy. Thank you.
We are starting to
lose people?
Yep.
Alright. So this is how I will continue to keep working on darkening it.
Roxy.
And blending it in to the darkest areas where I gouged the wood.
Don't put your head in there, baby. She's like right under your chair. It's okay.
So I will keep
come here.
Small ovals in between the grain.
Come to that. Come to that. There you go. There you go.
And I will just keep going. And let's see how much different we've already. The camera, because of how I got it bent. Alright.
Roxy's mildly concerned.
So I will keep darkening this whole area, the whole background, to at least that. I did that for not very long. Pin's hot, but I'm not having any hue carbon. I can't test it right now because it's going to be a little warm. So I will just keep doing that and building it up. I didn't take a picture of where it was before, so I won't be able to see. Well, I do have a photo, but let's see here. Try to straighten this up so we can see, and then move it because of the glare, but it'll already start. This is straight up and down. It'll start filling in as I do that. So I will keep going over it. The owl, other than sign it, I think I'm going to be done with this. I think once I seal it, it's going to look better. So I just have to be okay with that. I think it's done. It needs to move on. I need to move on. It is not abandoned. Though then I look at the reference and go, well, shit, it needs to be darker there.
Ooh, what you said.
So I may actually do a little bit more to it.
Hey, don't cut puppy's ears.
Puppy's ears? Aw, puppy ears.
I wouldn't say that with Morgan, though, because clearly she's already mastered profanity.
Yes, Morgan already has her own vortex of cuss words above her. She hides her toys.
Yeah.
And everybody's toys. Okay, so next week we will try to go back to the gauntlets. Roxy did good today, so we know live stream wise, if you just don't go out and check on her, she's okay.
Yeah.
And she won't start whining.
Yeah.
So maybe we can go back to the gauntlets next week, because once I get these two where I want them and sealed and varnished, I'm going back to the World Pyrography Month, which for those who've stuck around. I'll go ahead and show you what I got so far. There's a long piece of wood, top wood behind you.
I have a puppy.
We'll spin. It's the top wood.
This one?
Yep, that one.
Okay.
Since you guys have stuck around, I'll show you real quick.
Oh, I'm sorry.
What did you do? Did you pinch the baby?
No, Thunder.
Oh, she's fine. So that, I'm getting there. I'm getting there with her.
That looks fantastic.
I am absolutely loving doing natural hair.
Oh, goodness.
It has been fabulous to burn. Love it. So I'm still... This is a pretty big piece, so I had to cut myself some slack. All the other subjects in here are smaller, but he's big. He's... What is he? 6 by 12, I think. I'm not sure how wide she is, but my wood is 8 by 14, and he is 13 by 6.
Troy says, thank you for awesome burning stuff, and Spence, get off that fence.
What fence is he on? Alrighty, so if I can pull off a live stream for the supers, I'll be working on this, I think. And then for the demo at the county fair, I will be doing the horse.
Got it.
So that I'm not even messing with that.
Okay.
I'm not even messing with it. So next week we will try. Bring it back. We will try to do the gauntlets next week. The chainmail. Whew. Alrighty. Well, thank you for being with us and sticking around for over an hour. It's just been one of those weeks, and I really appreciate you. Thank you. Get the camera out of my face. Alrighty. So we will see you next week. Oh! I almost.
You do my job.
You know what to say it with me. You know what to say. You're awesome. You can do this.
Puppies are maniacs. Help me.
Because you're a pyro artist. Happy burning. Bye. You're crazy. The puppies love you.